Oh, you are all so passionate about your rotisserie chicken. Keep those comments coming about your favorite rotisserie chicken joint in the city because we have news about one of those favorites. Rotisserie Benny is set to become the first Quebec restaurant chain with a national presence in China. That's thanks to a new development deal between NGU-Group and Foodtastic. The first two locations will open in Shanghai this fall. Plans to expand across the country after that. Move being led by NGU-Group President and CEO Jacques, an entrepreneur with decades of experience in the Chinese market. Jacques joins us now on the line. Jacques, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So tell me, how does Rotisserie Benny, end up in China? Take me through all the work that's happened so far.
I get this idea a long time ago. I work in China for 30 years. I've been traveling there 8 to 15 times per year. I import several categories of product for U.S. retailer for many, many years. I develop quality control procedure in China so that people can produce according to the North American standard and market. And I've been developing relationship with over maybe 200 or 300 factory, 100,000 people, worker all over those years. I love those people. I like are resilient, are fascinated for our country and develop close friend relationships. So, and one day, very long time ago, it started when I was travel to China and try to find a restaurant. You know, I'm born in Duvernay. I grew in Port-Vieux, very poor, and I'm more like a hot dog, hamburger, French fries, and pizza guy. So I don't really don't really like the Chinese food actually. And so I was sometimes driving 6-7 hours to find a McDonald's. It was very rare, and KFC. And when I find one, I order for the week, you know,
Wow.
even if I'm waiting cold. And one time I was there and I see a young student. Sorry, my English not so good.
No, it's great,
and
Jacques. Don't worry.
This student would speak very good English, and it was very rare at that time. And I talked to him. I said, "Why are you here? Each time I come here, you're there." He said, "You know, in China, it's very hard to get a visa to get out of the country. At that time, it was very difficult." And he said, "When I eat a hamburger from McDonald's, it helped me to travel all over the world and go to the United States in my mind." So I was fascinated by that. And I decided, I said, one day, I'm going to open a restaurant chain. And I saw KFC. You know, I saw the explosion economy of China for the last 30 years. They evaluate at a very high speed. And McDonald's, KFC, everybody went there. Recently, I find out which product, which restaurant. And a year and a half, I start to talk to Benny's, and I find out every time I bring the Chinese people to Montreal, or either my staff, or either I bring a factory, and I bring into like the China area, they stay there. When I bring into Benny's, they want to eat there the whole week. They call the yellow chicken, you know. They love it. So I find out it's more healthy. It's a little bit more high-end than the McDonald's and KFC. It touched the mass population, the new generation who like to travel and all that stuff. So I decided to start to open the restaurant. I set up the company by the book in China. I sit down with some people from the consulate here. I have to say that I don't have experience on food restoration, but I do have the huge, strong team from Foodtastic who give me the full Benny's team to help me to, you know, this is a school operated. It's not something that we create a recipe like a normal restaurant. I have to say, Foodtastic, it's a machine of restoration. They're really, really well organized. So it helped me a lot. So I'm confident. So I decided to invest my personal money. I'm alone on this project, and we're gonna. I tell you what, we're gonna open a lot of restaurants. My target is Tim Martin. Actually, 5 years ago, they started to open restaurants. They're the first Canadian company to go a large large restaurant, and they went to the airport, different place. They have over 1,000 restaurants after 5 years. And I tell you what, we're going to beat that.
Wow.
That's my intention. I'm going to go all over China. I know all the major city. I travel there every month and every city. China is like my backyard for me.
Well, let me tell you, that confident voice you're hearing on our airways right now is the voice of Jacques Houle. He's president and CEO of NGU-Group, and he's bringing rotisserie Benny and that rotisserie chicken to China with 2 locations opening in Shanghai in the fall. And you heard about his lofty goals to go everywhere in the country. Let me ask you this, Jacques. You said you've done your own personal focus groups over the years in your travels and when you've had people from China visit here. Why do you think, because you mentioned Tim Hortons. I kind of get the coffee and donuts expanding across the world. Why do you think that Quebec-style rotisserie chicken can be a hit in China?
Well, first, it's healthy. And also, I think one of the things they really like it is the fact that they heat with the hand and it's a bone and they can dip on the sauce. And the sauce will make a big difference. I saw the Chinese people come here. They love it. And I tell you what, this is the best fit. It's really the best way. And also, in the store, we're going to put the TV with the story of Quebec. I have the intention, each store is going to have I just get this idea this morning. Each store that we're going to open, I'm going to name it the name of a city in Quebec. I tell you what, when I go to China, they say, where are you from? I say, Canada, they know. When I say Quebec, they don't know. Now they're going to know Quebec. Believe me, we're going to put Quebec on the track. I'm not specifically, I'm a Canadian. I like Quebec. I'm a French-Canadian. However, we're going to put Quebec on the map in China, I promise you.
Well, Jacques, let me ask you this. Do you have to make any changes, though, for the Chinese market? Are there any adjustments, differences?
Yeah, the major change, I will say, it's not a very big change. It's the sauce. It's very important. We need to have a spicy sauce, that's for sure. We're gonna add the rice with vegetables. It's rice in China. It's a must. But the rest, I won't touch too much. I think they will like it. The flavor that it is. Sometimes you have to modify a little bit. Down the road, we're gonna make some slightly change, but so far it should be very similar to here.
Jacques, listen, decades of experience with China. I just hear the enthusiasm in your voice. I wouldn't bet against you, I'll tell you that much. Based on our chat here, I would not bet against you. It seems like this is something you've been dreaming about.
I'm only good as my next ideal, and you won't find somebody with more determination. This is a huge project. It's a huge investment, and we're gonna, me, when I was young, go play baseball. When I go with the bat, I check the ball and I just put the ball over the stadium. That's it. That's the minimum target.
And you're a baseball fan, Jacques. You are after my heart. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show this morning, and success. Good luck and success in China.
Thank you.
Jacques Houle, president and CEO of NGU-Group, and he's bringing rotisserie Benny to Shanghai and China.